So let's kick it off with JDV versus AOC. A poll comes out. The Daily Beast published it. New poll puts Dem star ahead of Vance in 2028 showdown. Newsweek, AOC leads JD Vance for first time in 2028 election matchup, poll. AOC retweeted the poll with just the word bloop, B-L-O-O-P, and an exclamation point. Not really sure what bloop is. It's awfully close to poop. Or boom. I don't know. Pick one. Bloop doesn't seem to work for me, but Grok says it seems to be a playful exclamation, like a lighthearted "there it is" or mic drop. Okay, so this poll had her up 51-49 over JD Vance in a poll of 1,500 registered voters taken between December 5th and 11th in a hypothetical 2028 matchup. Great. So she's run with it. She's enjoying the fact that she's beating Vance, and so is the mainstream media running with it. We actually took a look at this poll done by Argument/Verasite. And the first thing we do with any poll here at the MK Show is we go to 538, which is an aggregator of polls, and we see whether they use it. Because they exclude the least reliable polls, and it's not rated by 538. It is not accepted by 538 as a legitimate poll. New York Times as well says it does not meet their standards to be included in their polling aggregation. It is not a traditional independent polling outlet like Gallup or Pew. It is a media organization offering proprietary polling alongside its opinion journalism. It's a DC-based media company that employs people like Matt Iglesias. They say we make a positive, combative case for liberalism, and Verasite is their offshoot of the polling firm. So this is not an objective poll. You can be a partisan outlet like Fox and have an objecting polling outlet. That's Fox does. They have really good pollsters. Doesn't sound like this is it. But in any event, what do you make of bloop? Like she's beating JD Vance in a head-to-head matchup, and what does it tell us about whether she's likely to run?
You know, I've been doing journalism for 20 years now. I've been paying, as a result, very close attention to politics, and it's a passion of mine. It's something I really love. The very first thing that ever made me have like even a glimmer of wanting to turn away is the way in which Democrats have decided that because it worked for Trump, they're now supposed to be, you know, kind of like loose with their language and show how cool they are and how they don't speak like DC politicians. They have all these consultants advising them on what to do. And AOC is a particularly horrible case of it because, you know, when she was elected, she was 27. It's like a very young generation. She's now like heading into her mid to late 30s, heading into 40 years old. And she's still trying on top of like that really cringy Democratic effort to sound, you know, like playful and relatable and cool, to kind of have it infused with this very young internet jargon. And it's just the worst of all combinations. And I also don't understand why, if you are, you know, like a liberal outlet, which of course this is, trying to produce polling numbers that suggest that someone who has no chance to be president could actually credibly run, when it seems so counterproductive. Like, why would you want to build up somebody with a fake poll who you know will get destroyed? So it just, the whole thing seems so bizarre to me.
It's very true. So she came out today, and she was asked about it by Pablo Manriquez, and listen to what she said. This is from yesterday, just hit this morning. Watch.
Do you think that you could beat JD Vance in a head-to-head race for president, as polling suggests, in 2028?
Listen, these polls, like 3 years out, are, you know, they are what they are. But let the record show, I would stomp him.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
I would stomp him. To your point, Glenn.
That's what I mean, Megyn. If I really have to continue to watch Democrats behaving in this manner, I don't know if I can take it. Like, for as much as I love the work, it might actually make me just go and want to like open a car dealership or something, because, you know, it would be one thing if like that's really how she were, that were really her personality. She actually doesn't even have a personality. Everything is just so contrived with her. Was that funny at all? Was there anything like just smooth about that. It's just,
No.
I think that is the main problem is the big problem that Democrats have is they stand for nothing. And if you don't even have a personality, it's very hard to convince people that you actually have a substantive set of beliefs as well. Like even if your personality's
it wasn't
fake,
clever.
right?
It wasn't clever.
But she
it wasn't
thought
smart,
it was.
It wasn't strong.
She was so pleased with herself.
Wait, what did you say? Do we have a response to it? We have a response to the video? Oh, okay. Stand by. Hold on. My team's always giving me the latest, which I appreciate. David Axelrod. Oh, God.
I saw this.
He tweeted out AOC has something you can't teach. I mean, I think we can agree on that. What that thing is, we probably disagree on. I mean, here's my take on it, Glenn. She is all performative emotion, very little substance. And JD Vance is literally the opposite. He's got no performative emotion. He's extremely measured. Frankly, as a lot of kids who grow up in alcoholic or drug-addled households can be, like one of the things they learn is to like tamp down emotions. They're like Presbyterians. I'm married to one, so I can make the Presbyterian jokes. But they are emotionally regulated because you can only have one explosive personality in the house. And most kids born to drug addicts, like JD Vance was, she wasn't a drug addict when he was born, but his whole life, they're not prone to overly emotional outbursts like AOC is. And so honestly, if you actually think it through, like her out on the trail with her screaming, there's so many videos of her screaming at the crowds. None of JD ever performing that way. He's clever, he's measured, he's funny, but he's always substantive. He would eviscerate her. It would be like a surgeon with a scalpel against like a fish flopping on the deck, unable to control its last few moments.
So on the AOC thing, for a long time, I think the way people thought who were Republicans and on the right-wing side of media was to talk about her as though she was some sort of radical, like some sort of far left dissident, some sort of extremist. And the first person who actually understood what AOC really is was Marjorie Taylor Greene, who never attacked her as a radical, but always attacked her as a fraud, somebody who was actually really nothing more than this empty careerist, this Democratic Party partisan. She had like a little bit of flavoring of trying to sound like more on the left-wing side of the Democratic Party, but very quickly, she just morphed into a Democratic Party operative, and that's all she really is. So whatever else is unique about her is just pure show. Like that, it's like a theater kid sort of behavior that draws attention to herself, but it's not because of any interesting or compelling or substantive ideas. There is nothing radical about her, unless you just think that ordinary Democratic Party politics is radical. And then on the JD Vance side, I always wondered about JD Vance's ability to be a compelling politician because of that lack of kind of overt charisma. And the thing that really convinced me that I don't think he'll ever be, obviously, in comparison to Trump, it's almost like a bar too high for anybody, even like Obama or Clinton, like the great politicians. He doesn't have that. But when he debated Tim Walz and he was able to modulate how he was speaking and conducting himself while at the same time being uncompromising on his views, knowing that it was America's really first impression of him. And it was a very kind of, kind of sandpaper the sharp edges off, and the ability to do that for 90 minutes, no matter how much they're trying to provoke you, while at the same time delivering your message effectively. And I think the more he's on the national stage, the better he's going to get. No Democrat, I promise you, wants 2028 to be JD Vance versus AOC, no matter how much AOC is doing her little fake dances for journalists when asked.
There are a lot of politicians that should be getting coal in their stocking for Christmas, but Birch Gold thinks, as a smart planner, you deserve silver. That's why for every $5,000 you purchase between now and December 22nd, Birch Gold will send you an ounce of silver, which is up over 60% this year. See, smart people diversify and have a hedge. That's why you should consider Birch Gold. With the rate cuts from the Fed in 2026, the dollar could be worth less. And what happens if the AI bubble bursts? Consider letting Birch Gold Group help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold. And for every $5,000 you buy, you will get an ounce of silver for you or your kids. Just text MK to the number 989898 to claim your eligibility for this offer. Again, text MK to 989898 because Birch Gold's free silver with qualifying purchase promotion ends on December 22nd. Message and data rates may apply. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.